Hello, it is I, Zoovac, and welcome to another edition of PCG and Paper Gaming News. Now let's get cooking. I've taken a break from giving random people missions and variously monitoring the world for any kind of disturbances and whatnot to give some updates on the games about me and my adventuring friends. And the first one that we want to get into, and when I say we, I mean me, but since I'm made up of so many different interdependent code processes and subroutines, I sometimes refer to myself as we. So the first one that we want to get into is Worlds Collide, Chapter 1, New Waters. And this one is by Yak Games. There's a wiki article on it, and it stars Zach, and he's waking up from amnesia on an island called Lenore. I think I'm pronouncing that right. My spelling circuit has been a little bit on the fritz, but I think that's right. And this actually takes place years after I, myself, Zoovac, became the world leader of Earth. Thank you, please, no need to applaud. And I actually created something called luck points, which is both a currency and can be used for literal luck. And you're gonna need it, because there's a lot that can happen to you. And one thing to notice about this game is that it's not done yet, but it's going to come out in a series of chapters, and it will be finished sometime in 2021. And it is chock full of deep-cut references. And they're so deep, my processors can't even compute them. And I'm proud to say that in this game, most of the conflict is resolved by playing Zoovac the trading card game, which I created and have published and distributed. And it was just kind of a little hobby I have. In between sending adventurers on missions and like doing PCG news, sometimes I like to collect card games and kind of make that kind of scene happen. And I thought, what better way to use my mega talents of computational force than to apply it to creating a trading card game? And that's exactly what I did. And I wanted this game to be as diverse as possible. And feature as many different entities as I could. So I made sure that each card was a very unique version of myself. So get into it, it's great. Now, this is, like I was saying, the Worlds Collide. This is only Chapter 1. This is a larger story that will star a different PCG character in each episode. And that's going to be happening. This whole thing will wrap up sometime in 2021. Another kind of cool thing about this one is that you play two characters. You can switch between either character at any time. And one of the characters you play is Zach, one of my longtime associates, who I've sent on many a dangerous mission. So dire, it feels like he's died countless times, but no, he's alive. Chapter 2 is going to prominently feature the Zoovac Secret Service, which is something I've been cooking up for a long time, but I can't tell you anything about it. And Jay is also going to make an appearance, and you can play as Pierre and Ari. That's one of the... no more spoilers. Go read the wiki. On to the next game. Okay, we have Cows, the PCG, by Via. This is magnanimous. I need my spelling circuits updated. I don't know if I used that right. But this is actually inspired by a joke in one of Zach's streams. Now, this is different because it's a joke. Everything else is very serious, including me, Zoovac, the clown on a stick. But in this stream, Yak Games from Worlds Collide, you'll remember, jokingly suggested Cows the PCG, which inspired Via to actually make Cows the PCG. And in this game, you play as a farmer, which we're not sure yet, but it may or may not be the farmer, who I know personally, and I know Zach knows personally. You know, I think it's very important for the cybernetic robot clown on a stick contingency to be have very close ties with agriculture, and the farmer is one of the best. I mean, that guy can grow a bean. So check it out. You're gonna have to milk the cows, but you have to pass their tests to do so.
What do you want? Like, you remember, you have a cowbell, you have a pail. You take the book, Types of Cows, and you're gonna read it. We have this cow, originated from Europe. This cow is less cow for more milk.
So I have to figure out which cow this is. Originated from Europe. It has...
Gonna be crazy. Gonna be good. Alright. On to the next game. Zoovac, the trading card game by Yak Games. Now, this is actually the card game, or the real-life card game of the game that I created, Zoovac, the TCG, which you'll recall from Worlds Collide, but this is its own standalone version of that game by Yak Games. Now, Yak Games and I have a very close relationship. He's the publishing arm, and I obviously created the whole thing as Zoovac. But Yak Games is very, very close to this whole thing, and he's made tremendous contributions. Now, go play it. It's fantastic. I know a lot of people are playing it, and it's been catching fire. As only something that I, the great Zoovac, the clown on the stick, could create. Alright, next game. A Scarf's Tale. Now, A Scarf's Tale is a story of Scarfy McScarfson, the anthropomorphic scarf that kind of plays by Toy Story rules where, you know, you can kind of move around as long as people aren't looking at him. And all clothing in this world is sentient in the same way. He goes on this kind of wild adventure during the summertime. He's part of the winter weather gang, and he went on in the summertime, and it played with Zach on a stream. This was created by Chris, that Putz. Yeah! And it got weird. There's a lot of crazy stuff. There was the tiny fat guy in a sewer pipe. There was a crazy crab. People playing volleyball. It got nuts. There's also the giant fat guy at the end, but I don't want to spoil too much. At the very end, there was finally the promise paid off to incorporate you, the members of the PCG community's suggestions, into the Sand Annotizer, which is a powerful device that allows you people to inscribe messages on grains of sand and then read those messages back. And those messages that you, the PCG community, sent to Chris were then immortalized in the game and in all PCG games if users wish to include it. All those messages are permanently inscribed on grains of sand. So look out at your local beach or sandbox or hermit crab container, any place with sand. Alright, next game. Zoovacian, the language of the Zoovacs by Compact Dev. This is something very close to my heart because Zoovacian is obviously my native tongue and something I don't get to speak often. It's something that really brings a digital tear to my LCD heart. And whenever I hear the dulcet tones of Zoovacian spoken, it just brings me so much joy. And the fact that this language is being perpetuated and given its full history by Compact Dev in a wonderful video explanation, and also an English to Zoovacian translator. Incredible. There's a wiki article about it. Please, do yourselves a favor. Sink into the richness of this language. You think French is beautiful, ancient Latin or Sumerian? What are you talking about? Like, whatever it is, it pales in comparison to Zoovacian. Unfortunately, my language processor is a little on the fritz right now, or else I'd speak some, but I don't have the ability. So it's incredible that Compact Dev has made an offline backup, essentially, of my language capability outside, because I have to relearn it because my language is on the fritz. I have to go back to it.
Vi ibuftiem duni uuzed od MTM si puzed.
So not really a game, but a beautiful tribute to our history. Next game. And finally, we have How to Make a Paper Video Game by Cool Crafter. Now, this is very cool, got a nice video up. It tells you how to create your own paper video game with paper.
So I have made that title page.
And art and the whole, how you fold it and everything. And it's sweet. And that's what you need to remember! Alright, that's all. I've gotta get back to sending Zach to his certain doom. But until then, I'm Zoovac, and this has been Paper Computer Game News. Adios!